Good afternoon, Papa Ali.
Hey, Miss Missy Lady.
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I do want to welcome you back to Creative Thinking Sessions today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I just want to, before we get started, I just want to see how you're doing today.
I'm good.
You're good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's pull out that scale. On the scale 1 to 10, with 10 being the greatest
Mm-hmm.
and with 1 being not so great, how are you feeling?
Okay.
About a 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're pretty excited.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on that same scale of 10 being the greatest and 1 being the least, last week,
Mm-hmm.
how did you feel?
I think I feel about around five.
About a 5?
About five.
Okay, so kind of in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Not too low, not too high.
Mm-hmm.
But today, definitely high.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So why so high today? So why you feel so happy today?
Because things going well.
Things going well?
Yeah.
Okay. And a little later, we discuss
Mm-hmm.
some issues of why you're feeling that way or what could do or what we could do to make you feel better, okay?
Okay.
Um, on the agenda today, we're going to go over our previous session, and then we're going to go and review the homework assignment that we did last week or assigned last week together.
Okay.
Then after that, I'll just ask you about what's going on today and how you're feeling today and an issue or concern that you want to bring to me today to talk about. I know you say you're a 10 today,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe last week, that 5, we can
Five.
discuss that.
Mm-hmm.
And after we discuss that, maybe we'll have an activity associated with that if need be. And after we do the activity, if necessary, I do a summary of our session.
Mm-hmm.
And I just educate you some on the cognitive behavior model.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll listen to some feedback. And that feedback will just, you tell me how this session went for you.
Pretty good.
Okay?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to add to the agenda?
I think it's good.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So last week, our homework assignment or our session was about you being stressed and overwhelmed with your job and your coworkers or your employees.
Mm-hmm.
You felt as if they wasn't doing the job well and it was stressing you out and you had to bring work home and it was just you was just
It was too
overwhelmed
much, yeah.
and it was just too much for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you remember your assignment from last week?
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I know the assignment was for you to jot down or see what you can do to make the issue at work better.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do?
I have to talk to everybody, have a little meeting, and then I have to sit back and listen to all of them, show them how to do the job.
So did that make the issue better?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing you saying is now the issue is better, and that what you had to do was retrain them and then speak with them individually so they can know what they need to do on the job.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I think that that really helped you, and it's pretty much almost eliminated, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So I hope today's session goes just as well, and that homework assignment maybe eliminate or help you cope better with what you're feeling today as well. Okay. Okay. So can you tell me what brings you here today?
Mm, my relationship and life, I just want to talk about it.
Okay. So tell me what's going on with your relationship or with life. What issue are you having, or what concern are you having?
The issue I'm having is like I'm trying to do my best all the time, and I can't get what I want. I gotta try harder.
You say you can't get what you want? Okay. So I think that's something that we can definitely talk about. You said that, you do your best, you try hard, but you just can't get what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So let's go ahead and start talking about that thought. And before we start talking about that thought, I just want to educate you a little on the cognitive behavior model. And And that model or that therapy style, just we call it CBT and we call it ABC. And that just states that the way you feel are connected with the way you think. And the way you think is connected to how you behave. So your feelings are connected with your thoughts, and your thoughts are connected with your behavior. So by you having those thoughts and you're having those feelings and you're having those thoughts, we're going to see what type of behavior goes with that as well. Okay? Sounds like something?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so as I heard you say earlier that you try your hardest to do everything and you feel like you're motivated, but at the end of the day, you just can't do right.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Okay. So that means if you do all these things and it doesn't work, then you still feel like you can't do right.
I have to try it again all the time.
And how much do you feel that you just can't do right? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you feel that you cannot do right?
Just, I don't feel like
On a
good.
scale,
On a scale?
how much do you feel?
5.
5.
Yeah.
So it's somewhat stressing you out about
Yeah.
that, yeah. Okay, so that's definitely something we can go ahead and talk about because it's definitely something that's prominent and you definitely feel that. So with that feeling of you not doing nothing right or you can't do anything right and stress, what feeling is associated with that? What feelings? Feelings are emotions. So you need an emotion word.
A feeling do I have about it? I just want to give up.
You just want to give it up.
Yeah, sometimes I'll feel it.
Okay. That's not a feeling. That's not an emotion. That's a statement of what makes it is a feeling. You feel like you want to give up, but I'm looking for an emotion word. Like I maybe feel sad or
I feel
hopeless
sad,
or
yeah.
helpless.
Sad.
Sad.
Yeah.
What about hopeless or helpless?
Just sad.
Just sad? Okay. So that emotion word is sad. So how sad are you when you can't do those things that you want to do?
How sad I am?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how sad are you when you can't do the things that you want to do?
Like 4.
Okay. So you're really sad about
I'm
that.
sad about that.
And can you tell me what type of events that associated with the things that you can't do right? Like what happens or what event can you think of that definitely tells you, okay, I didn't do right here?
What even? What?
Yeah, what event? Like, you said that you feel like you can't do anything right. You try everything, but you just can't do anything right. What has happened in your life to make you feel that way? What event has happened in your life to make you feel that way?
Because like I probably my relationship, me and my female, me and my woman, make me feel like I can do nothing right because I'm trying to get her, I'm trying to get my life together, and everything I try, I can get there. I don't know what I do, and I don't be know like what to do things right. So I feel like lost all the time.
Okay. And when did you notice, or what do you notice in your body when you feel like you can't do anything right? How did your body react to that?
Lazy.
Lazy. Yeah. Okay. And when your body feel lazy and you feel like you're not there, what do you do next?
I just want to be on some drugs.
Okay. So it makes you want to do drugs.
Yeah, or some place. Yeah.
That's some crazy thing. And do you ever do drugs or do you ever do any crazy
No, I don't
things?
do no crazy thing.
It just
But
makes
it
you
just
think it.
make me think that. But I don't smoke. I don't do none of that. I don't even drink alcohol. So.
Okay. And can you tell me any evidence or any proof that you have that you just can't do anything right? What has happened in your life that's shown you that you can't do anything right?
Any proof?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I first came to this city right here, Georgia, like the city we live, I try to open my own business. Well, I try to open my own business. I try to put together all this stuff, but it didn't work. But when I had my first business, it didn't work. I had my first business for like 2 years. I went out of business.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's definitely some evidence to let
Yeah,
you know that
like I went
some
out of
things
business.
didn't go right.
Yeah.
So you tried to have your business, and regardless of what you did to try to get that business,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't go right.
It didn't go right.
All
I
right.
went out of business
Mm-hmm.
after 2 years, I think.
So tell me an event where you did do something and it did go right.
That's when I built the business.
So you did end up building the
Yeah.
business. Okay. So that's good. So that means that there was a point of your life where you felt like you was doing something
Doing
right.
something right.
And how did that make you feel?
Great.
Great. Okay. So that's a good thing. Um, so if someone else in your family or any of your friends was going through a time where they felt like they couldn't do anything right, what advice would you give to them?
I just I just want to tell them they need to be patient and they need to be motivated and let nothing distract your soul or whatever you want to do in life.
Okay.
Stand up on your feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like really good advice and really encouraging words. And being that you have realized and you can tell me an event where you did do something right, that means that there's something in this where you can do something right.
Yeah.
So we have somewhat changed that mindset that you can't do anything right because you have done it before.
Yeah, I done it before.
Okay. Um, Now that we have discussed that, let's try to make up an assignment of what you're expecting or what you expect or how do you feel or see yourself now that you feel like you have done this before and you are maybe still stressed or still maybe overwhelmed about the issue. What type of goal or what type of assignment you think that we can assign for you to help you feel better or do better when you are getting to that point of I can't do this?
What type of what?
What type of assignment or
What sound?
activity you think we can do to help you think of something that will let you know that I can do this versus having the thought of I can't do this?
Like, I need to come with it at some time or some thought, what else I can say right now? And I can say anything?
I mean, if you don't know, you don't have to say anything.
Yeah, I
You
don't know.
know. Okay.
I really don't.
So, as I sit here and think, I think a good assignment would be um, just you to reflect on the time where you did do things right. So when you have that feeling of I can't do this or I can't do anything right, jot down the things that you have done right. So when you look at that, what I have done right, you can reflect on that versus you have to reflect on you haven't done anything right. Does that sound like an assignment that you can complete?
Yeah, I can keep over that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. So that will be our homework assignment.
Okay.
So I just want to do a quick summary of what we discussed today in our session, and that just consists of an issue that you was having in your life, where you was in a relationship and you was having with your job, where you just felt like you couldn't do anything right. So in the homework assignment that we'll assign, or activity assignment we'll assign with that, was for you to jot down things that you have done right.
Yeah.
So you can reflect on that instead of reflecting on the things that you haven't done right. So So that can just help you cope better with that stress and that overwhelming or that feeling of helplessness or hopelessness.
I thank you for that.
And before we end, I want to ask you, is there anything you think or would wanted the session to be done differently?
I think I did pretty good.
You think it went well?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you would want to add to the next session that we have?
The next session I want us to have is probably gonna be about just a relationship. Love.
Is there anything you want to add to the next session?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So the session went pretty smooth.
Yeah.
And
Well.
it went well. And how did you feel speaking to me?
Great.
Right? Okay. Oh, well, that's good. And I do want to thank you for coming to speak with me again. And I hope the assignment that we'll assign this time will definitely help you work better and cope with that feeling of you can't do anything right. As our last assignment did. And I do want to thank you again for coming in to speak with me.
Thank
And
you.
I hope you have a great day.
I do. Thank you.